Do you know those little orange and green dots that appear by the control center icon in your menu bar? Those are privacy indicators, and they appear whenever an application is using your camera or your microphone, or when screen and system audio is being recorded. So privacy indicators are a very good thing, right? They help protect your privacy by letting you know when apps are engaging with these critical aspects of your Mac. It's the very same reason why your MacBook has that bright green light right next to your camera whenever your camera's active. So make sure you look the part. By the way, this is Jeff Benjamin, and if you're a fan of weekly Mac tips, then let me know down below in the comments section and leave a thumbs up. Okay, so trivia time. What happens when you're running an application in full screen, thus hiding the menu bar? Or perhaps you're like me and just choose to always hide the menu bar. In either case, what happens to the privacy indicators? Are you just left in the lurch? Well, thankfully, macOS engineers thought about this situation. So whenever the menu bar is hidden, the privacy indicator is instantly relocated to the upper right-hand corner of your display. And because of this, you're always aware when an application is using your camera or your microphone, because that privacy indicator is always displayed whether your menu bar is hidden or not. Okay, are you ready? Trivia question number 2. Do privacy indicators appear on external displays that are connected to your Mac? You probably already know the answer to that question given the topic of this video, but yes indeed, privacy indicators also appear on external connected displays as well. Now when your menu bar is visible, privacy indicators will always display next to the control center icon, whether it's on your main display, for instance, a MacBook Pro's internal display, or on an external connected display. But beginning with macOS Sonoma 14.4, Apple is actually giving users a choice. Kind of. You have to jump through a few hoops, but Apple lets you hide privacy indicators on external displays when your menu bar is hidden or when you're running an app in full screen mode. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Jeff, you just told me that privacy indicators are a good thing, they're for your benefit. Why in the world would you want to hide them? Very good question. In most cases, you probably don't. That's why Apple doesn't just make this option readily available. But privacy indicators can actually be a little bit redundant because it's already always going to display on your main Mac's display. Regardless if your menu bar is hidden or not, Apple does not let you hide the privacy indicators on the main display. So there's the redundant aspect. I mean, do we really need privacy indicators on all of our external connected displays? Obviously, that choice is up to you, and obviously Apple thinks so. But Apple is also being reasonable because they realize there's people like me who like to do things like record my screen or take screenshots of my display. And it's not always nice to have that little dot in the upper right-hand corner every time I'm recording a screencast and I have my Mac in full screen. To me, it just looks cleaner without that little dot in the upper right-hand corner, and I know I'm a little bit particular about stuff like this, but you guys know me by now. Don't judge me. Enough talking, let me show you how to disable privacy indicators on external displays connected to your Mac. And like I said, you do have to jump through a few hoops, but it's not too difficult. By the way, this works on both Intel Macs and Apple Silicon Macs running macOS Sonoma 14.4 or later, but for brevity's sake, I'm just going to be doing this tutorial on my Apple Silicon MacBook Pro. Okay, so enough talk, let's get started. Okay, step 1, start up your Mac from macOS recovery on an Apple Silicon MacBook Pro like this. That involves just pressing and holding power until you see the message that says loading startup options. Then you can release power. Give it a few seconds, and then you should see this screen right here. Now you just want to click where it says options, click continue, and after a little while, you'll see it load into macOS recovery like this. So you want to choose your user, click next, put in your password, and then click continue. Okay, so step 2 is to click utilities and select terminal to open terminal. Okay, so once terminal is loaded, you want to type in the following command, and I'll have this listed down below in the description and on the post from 9to5Mac. But it goes like this: system-override space suppress -sw camera indication on external displays equals on. Then press return. It'll say the data volume needs to be unlocked to proceed if you have File Vault enabled on your machine. So I do. Go ahead and put your password in. It successfully unlocks the APFS volume. Now, you're going to see this message here, if successful. It says, when using your camera with an external display, the camera privacy indicator may not be displayed in the menu bar on the external screen. So I have yet to experience this, but definitely good to know. Now you want to go to the Apple menu and select Restart and boot back into macOS. Once you log in, you want to go to your Settings app, and then you want to go to Privacy and Security. And then you want to select either camera or microphone. Either one will do because the option's available in both panels. So I'm going to select camera, and you can see right here, privacy indicators. Show privacy indicators for the camera and microphone on external displays that are in full screen. So that's currently enabled. If I want to disable privacy indicators on external displays, and you can see the privacy indicator in the upper right hand corner for the microphone, but once I verify, look, it's gone. Just like that. So that is how you disable privacy indicators on external displays in macOS. But like I mentioned, this option appears both in the camera panel and in the microphone panel. So let's go to microphone this time. Here we go. And now if you scroll all the way down, you'll see it there, privacy indicators for microphone. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that back on, and notice in the upper right hand corner, you see the privacy indicator reappear. If I turn it back off, it goes away. Turn it back on, it comes back. You know the deal, right? Pretty simple, straightforward, to the point. So you can do this in either panel, disable or enable the privacy indicators from microphone or from the camera panel. So to prove this, just go back into camera and you can see privacy indicators are disabled in camera where we had previously enabled it. Now, even though there are privacy indicators for other things, such as the screen and system audio recording, you'll get like a little purple indicator for that. You won't see the ability to disable privacy indicators from that panel, although doing so in the other panels affects the screen and system audio recording privacy indicator as well. So just something good to keep in mind. Now let's go ahead and just play around with it a little bit. So I have the menu bar hidden, but if I go up to show the menu bar, you see the privacy indicator right there next to Control Center, just like we would expect, right? It's always going to be there next to Control Center, but with it hidden, you'll notice that the indicator is no longer in the upper right-hand corner. The same thing goes for full screen apps. So here in Ableton Live, no privacy indicator in the upper right-hand corner. And here's how it looks actually on my external display. Privacy indicator on, and privacy indicator off, privacy indicator on, and indicator off. So ladies and gents, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? Let me know down below in the comments section, and be sure to check back next week for another handy Mac related video. This is Jeff Benjamin with 9 to 5 Mac.